Hey, I'm Jiso, and 99% of the videos I uploaded on my channel has been recorded and edited on my PS5. So today I'm going to walk you through the process of editing videos on your console. So, they recently updated the app and now we can use it. I haven't had time to experience with it for very long, but my understanding is that it is a faster, more efficient way to edit short videos. Hence, the reason why it's called bit, right? It's just a bit of that clip you want to use. So let's say you want to edit, let's say 10 seconds or even less, and you already pre-selected a bit, and that bit is going to be applied to your clip without you doing anything. And all you have to do is select that sequence, that one sequence you want to highlight. And once you decided to do so, all you need to do now is, well, you just keep going and the effect is already applied. In this case, it's like a bouncing effect, so it's always going to bounce back. You can quickly add some text here. It's really handy. It saves you the hassle of going through the whole process, because the other, editing videos on the console can be pretty time consuming, and I feel like this is really nice. This is a nice option for people who just want to edit something really fast without going through the hassle of, going in like one setting after the other. So it's a really welcome change, and I like that. I like that a lot. So when you are done messing with your clip, making trying to make it appealing, maybe you can just add a garbage can just like that. You pretty much set, and all you have to do is press triangle and create your bit. But this right here is not why we're here. We are here to actually see the whole process and actually understand how the app works, and that's what we're going to do now. So here is your main interface, and you can already see you have the bits here, which again was recently added. This is your video editor, your proper video editor. You have your new projects, you have your previous projects, you have your last project you worked on, and you can move between projects seamlessly. So right now, this is the look of the projects I actually worked on previously. It's not all of them, because I just delete them. The more I create, the more I delete. So this is the last project I worked on. Because I deleted the clips, it's no longer showing because it takes a lot of space to actually record those long footage. And this is my gallery where I have all the clips recorded on my console, edited or unedited, right? And this right here is your photo editor. It works the same way as your video editor, except, as you might have guessed, it's just about the pictures. Here you can do pretty much everything, but on the pictures, right here we have the screenshots I taken. Here for example, those are screenshots from Sifu, and you can just come here and add some text and some overlays, and then use those pictures into your videos. Here is the Toolbox section, and here you can just import every bit of whether it's music, videos, images you have stored on a hard drive. You can then come here and import those directly on your console. I will make a separate video on how to copy and import videos or songs on your console, because you have to be mindful of the format of those files. But let's say you want to actually import some music, and in this case I really love Splash, and you can already see that the file is an AAC file, and that's the one which is going to be recognized by your console. So I'm accessing my tracks, and you can read that it's saying that the files appear to be corrupted, but don't mind it, just press circle and it's going to give you the option to select the songs you want to use. But you can already see at the bottom left, it's saying that I reached the limit, because you can only use realistically 500 megabytes of space when it comes to the songs, the music you want to use on your console. I don't like that limitation. It's kind of small, but you have to play around it, because that's what you're going to do. There is no way around it. And here you can see that I have access to pretty much all the clips I have saved on my hard drive, because what I will sometimes do is import those files on my computer and export them, upload them for my computer. But this is why I have all those clips here saved, but you have always access to those files at all time. So let's actually get into creating a new video. We're going to go in new project. We're going to select no pack because we don't want, actually no, let's say we actually want to select a pack. Let's say this is going to be the theme. Not the theme, but the opening, the opening clip. So we're going to select this one. It feels like it works. I guess it works. Not this one. It feels too. I like this one better. So this is going to be the ending clip for our video we want to edit, and I think the name is also fine. So this is the opening clip. Yes, it works. And this, I don't like it. I feel like we're going to get rid of it because we don't actually need it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to delete this clip and we keep this one, right? So now we want to add a clip by pressing X. If you press X, you're going to be given the option to add a clip. And actually, let's select a very short. I feel like 5 minutes is actually a good. Yeah, I'm going to select this one. It works perfectly. Yeah, nice. So you can pretty much have a lot of options here. Let's say, for example, you want your video to have a reverse effect. Like it's going to start from the end and then go to the beginning. You are free to. Okay, wait, I don't. Okay, so to select, you actually have to press square. You don't. Yep, by pressing square, that's how you select, and then you press X to confirm your selection. Right? So now you can see it's starting from the end, is going to go to the beginning. I don't know how it works. This is beyond what my brain can comprehend, but that's how you play with the playback. Here you can whether slow down or speed up the video. For now, we are going to use the 2x speed up, and I feel like this works actually very nicely for this video. And yeah, the duration of our video has been cut in half because we sped up the video twice. That's how it works, I think. Yeah. So we can add an overlay, whether it's stickers, text. This is actually how you do it. You can add some text here, and you just type it. You can choose then the duration of that text. We can transform it, like move it around. I think this is the right spot. We can choose the opacity and how transparent it's going to be. I feel like this is good. You can choose the color, but I feel like white, it works. It's already fine. I never mess with the effects, but you're free to do so if you want to. I just think it's ugly. Animation, however, I use those a lot. You can choose the beginning animation so that the text doesn't just appear from nowhere. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you just want the animation to come from somewhere, and we have a lot of animations for this. Oh, I think they added some new ones actually. The rainbow one is a new one, and I kind of like the warm one a lot. So we're going to choose this, and maybe you don't want your text to just disappear after it's done playing, so we're going to choose the, let me see, random. I like this one. I think this is also new. You can still decide to extend the duration of your text. Maybe you want people to read for longer, and that's how you do it, and you have some more options. It's up to you to decide what you want to do next. But you can still go back if you feel like you made a mistake and you want to add some more text. It's up to you. You can change the size of the text. You can make it bigger, smaller. It's up to you. You can align it left, right, or center. We're going to keep. I think I'm going to keep it on the left. On the left side. I think that works a lot, right? Maybe. I don't know. Not too sure, but it does not matter right now. So those are overlays, and here you can zoom and move your camera around, which is handy, especially if you want to highlight something, a particular scene in a video. That's how you do it. You want to select a sequence first, because if right now we just try to zoom in, it's going to zoom in on the whole video. So first we want to split. You want to actually target that one bit we want to where we want to apply the zoom in. So let me just look for a nice little sequence. I think this right here works best, and this is going to be the end, right? Nice. So now we can go back to pen and zoom, and we can zoom on that particular sequence. And it's going to make the whole video is going to remain the same except for that one bit. See, it just zoomed in on that one bit, which is really good. That works. I think that works. Nice. So with that done, what we're going to do next is you can still, maybe you feel like the sound is way too loud, you can play with the sound until you get something which actually fits your need. It's too loud, decrease the sound. It's not loud enough, increase it, and you can actually apply that one volume setting to the whole video or to just that one clip. You don't have to do it every single time for every single clip. And here we already added the song. Let's just use, I just love Splash, so this is going to, because we already imported that song, it's already here when we need it, but we can still do so right here. And the same things you can do on the video, you can pretty much do them too on your music. Yes, there isn't any equalizer. Now you cannot actually personalize your voice and things like that, or the song you want to use, but I feel like the options are, they're alright, but what you want to do, you can still choose, you can make a fading effect, right? Because maybe you don't want your song to come out of nowhere. So this is why you can add a fading or fade out. That way, even when the music stops, it's going to stop, slowly, not like da 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 da, right? It's like da 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 da, like slowly. And there are also a lot of other options you can use. Right here you can move your music. Maybe it doesn't align or it doesn't start where you want the song to actually start. So what you're going to do is going to move it left or right, and you can see down down the middle, you can already see the timeline and where you want your music to start or end. So right now, you can also, lower this, because music can get pretty loud, and my advice would be just stay around 30 to 25%. That works best. And you're going to see why. Even now, it's going to feel like, it's not loud, but it is. You can prioritize the music over the clip you were working on. But I wouldn't recommend prioritizing the music, because it's already going to be loud, so don't do it unless you really want the clip to not be heard. So as you can see, I can move the music as I see fits. It's up to you to decide where you actually want it to start. I don't want it to go into the intro, so I'm going to leave it here. And see, there's a bit of a clip which is not covered by the music. So what we're going to do, we're going to split the music. We're going to split it right here, and then we're going to clone the music. And just like that, it's right there. But it's also covering the outro. I don't want that to happen. We're going to cut to split the music right here. And just like that, our whole thing is covered by music, and we didn't have to do that twice, right? We didn't have to select music twice. Just decided to clone it. So to clone, I don't get it, whatever. So here we can see, you can actually reduce the volume and apply it to all music you already have. That's because we were just giving the option now, because we actually have two different music tracks on our timeline right now. See, so right here you don't have to select manually every single thing. No, you just just lower it just a little bit, reduce the priority, and just apply it to everything. And then every single I'll say music track you have there is going to be at that particular volume. So that's it. And again, you can decide to split the clip as you see fit. You can also trim it, right? Maybe it actually starts somewhere where you don't want it to start. You don't want to split it because splitting is not as accurate as trimming. So right here you can already see down there I'm giving the option to fine trim start or fine trim end. See right here I'm moving the thing with the right stick, but it's way too fast. Maybe I just want to, just get there, and it's very tight. So you use then R2, L2, whatever it is, to fine trim. And I think this is exactly where I want the video to end. That's pretty nice, isn't it? And pretty straightforward. It's not as hard as it looks. At first, it was very overwhelming. You can still decide to move your clips around. It's up to you. But I feel like these days nothing else. It works fine, right? I think it is. But in case you want to move your clip around, you are free. You are very free to do so. And you can even clown clips. Yeah, you could. Just like you can clown your music, you can do the same thing with. Actually, let's do something. Let's keep this. Wait, no, let's keep this and actually add some. I'll say, let's slow it down just a little bit, right? Some slow-mo effects. So we already clowned it. We're going to use this to, like a nice little slow down effect. I think this is going to look kind of nice to put even more, to highlight that shot even more. So it goes like this, boom. But again, exactly that's what I wanted to do. So you are free to do so. You can clown your clip. You can put some time bender to either speed up or slow down the clip, and you can move it around as you see fits. Nice. I feel like we covered everything there was to cover, and yeah, I think the clip looks nice. And now we can still press X, and we are given option to add filters. Personally, I don't usually do that, but this is how you actually add black and white effects. It's up to you. Oh, that's so nah. You know what? I don't like that. So we're going to delete that filter ASAP because it actually looks like trash. And maybe use something more suitable, like actually they all look bad. Saturate, I guess. I get it's more colorful. I think it works. Yeah. You can add some layout. I never use that feature, layouts. And here you can use some transitions. You can use transitions. They go from meh to very nice. These I would never use this, but you know what? Just for the sake of this video, we're going to use an explosion. Usually I just use dissolves because there's a nice fading effect and it's actually very subtle. But let's not be subtle. Let's go actually boom. Let's go right here. This is so disgusting. I love it. I actually 100% will use it definitely in my next clip. Ew. And you can also, I think you can also, set the volume because it's way too loud right now. Maybe you can actually make the explosion even louder. You can replace the transition to something else instead of just going back and choosing a new transition. You can just do that right here, which is very handy. So now we're going to tackle maybe the most important thing when it comes to video editing, which is post commentary or just commentary. We're going to press X, then select add track to, and here you can already see the timeline. And if you press X, you'll be given the option to add some commentary. And it's up to you to decide if you want to record a video. I don't have a camera right now, so I'm going to either choose record video or add a clip. You can just add another clip on top of the clips you already had before, but we're not going to do that because I feel like we're good. We're good right now. So the commentary is going to start in 5 seconds, giving you time to to breathe before you just start talking nonsense. And that yellow bar is the commentary, and you can already keep track of it, right? See right here, you can already see the bits where there is actually sound. And when it's flat, it's when it's silent. I'll say it's pretty nice. My advice, you can also do pretty much everything you would do on the music. I mean, not entirely, but yeah, you can trim your clips, your track, and yeah, I would say normally I don't actually use my console to directly, when I want to play a game and just talk, I don't do that. I actually use my computer to record the audio, and then just like I imported the music, I'll just import that audio file, that recording from my computer to my console, because I noticed that the sound is a bit off when you record directly using a mic on your PS5. That's what I noticed. So either you do some post commentary or you use some external device, in my case, my computer, to record at the same time when you are playing. Otherwise, it's going to sound like you are drowning in space. I know, right? The word drowning in space. But yeah, it's like, hey, I'm Jizzle, and it's like I just can't. And mind you, this is the same mic making different noises. I don't understand, and I wish that was something they would fix. Seriously, Sonny, come on. And something to keep in mind is that you cannot record endlessly. Like yes, if it's one long clip, like one very long post commentary clip, it's fine. But let's say you want to record multiple sequences, and maybe you get interrupted in between recordings. You can only do, I'll say, I think 20 at once. Like you can only record 20 clips at once. You cannot record 21. So even if you split a clip in two, that's going to be like 2 clips now, and now you have 18 left to record. It's pretty easy. Sometimes it gets annoying, but just keep in mind you can only make 20 at a time if you want to be able to. Actually, it won't even let you make a 21st. So I think that covers it. You can expand the timeline by pressing up or down on the D-pad. Pretty helpful if you want to see the whole thing, or you just want to focus on that one bit, right? And you can always press, I think, R3 to reset the timeline to what it usually is like, right? And you can also press L3 if you want to just see, right now we only see the clips, right? The main clip, the video clip. And if you choose another setting, you can only see your track and the clip. And you can also decide to only show everything. It's like clip, track, and music and track. No, not that. It's always clip and something, like clip, music, clip, track, and music. So feel free to just play with that if you want to. Just maybe you feel like, okay, I'm done with the music, I just want to focus on my track now and see if it's actually matching the gameplay or matching the guide I'm working on. I feel like when it comes to the tools given to you, it works. Like it's not like Adobe Premiere. Like it's not that. It's not DaVinci Resolve. No, but for something, in my experience, it works. There are some some very minor inconveniences when it comes to using ShareFactoryStudio, but also it's fine, right? It's not like a game. It's not a game breaker. Like you can pretty much, you'll be okay. But if you want to go in depth and EQ, and it's not the best. Like it's not the best. So right now I feel like our clip is looking mighty fine, and this is actually something I would post online. So just go ahead if you want to add some. Maybe it's like too brutal. I feel like the transition was too brutal, so I just I think this was best. Like I added a dissolve transition to smooth the experience. I think the clip is over, and all you have to do now is just create the video by pressing triangle. But one more thing. So let's say you are done editing your clips. Now you want to press option on your controller, and you will be given the option to save your project, something you should always do, by the way. And you can export that those clips to the gallery, you can rename your project to even add some notes. I never did that, but I guess you can actually do that. You can choose your export settings. You can even generate a thumbnail. You can choose that right sequence you want to. Maybe you don't want to actually have a custom thumbnail and you just want the thumbnail to be something from your gameplay, right? So if I choose, for example, this sequence, right, let me just write about here. No, yeah, right. This is going to be my thumbnail for my video, which is actually pretty nice and not time consuming. You can also see some help in case there's more things you want to know. But here, you can choose in the resolution you want your clips to be exported in. And I'm going to tell you, like, always choose MP4 because it's going to be easier for you if you want to export those files and then use them on your computer. The first one, WebBM or something, like, don't use it unless you want to directly upload those, those highlights, those videos. Don't always choose most compatible. MP4 is also going to be future proof. You're going to future proofing yourself. It's always going to be easier to use in editing, on editing softwares on your computer as opposed to something like WebBM. Like, don't do that unless, again, you want to directly export those clips to your channel or whatever platform you put your videos on. It's very, very important. It's going to save you time and hassle, a lot of hassle. So we are done. We can choose to save the project and exit. What we are going to do now. The project is saved and hopefully it's going to remain saved because sometimes, sadly, I don't know if that's see right here, I lost something. I don't know why exactly this has been happening to me, but sometimes, even though I would save my project, if I come back, I will still lose some clips, and I always lose the tracks, right? My commentary, which is annoying. I think one of the worst thing about the hardware, one of the biggest limitations of the PS5 is the fact that you can only record up to 16 minutes of footage at the time. All right, so you can pretty much edit up to 2 hours of footage, doesn't matter, but you can only export 60 minutes max, and this is probably the worst thing about editing on the console, on the PS5. I don't know how it works for other consoles, but right now this is also the reason why you won't see long videos on my channel, because I have to be mindful of that limitation. No matter what I do, I always know I cannot go past 16 minutes. And even when you record, even when you record said videos, it's always going to cut after the 1 hour mark, which is annoying. I really hope there's something you can do about it, like make us choose. We have the space, so why not just let us choose what we want to do with that space? Just give us the possibility to just record past 1 hour. It's just right there. It's just right there. I wish we had more, but that's something you should keep in mind when editing your videos. You cannot render a video which is over 60 minutes. I'm making this video for 2 reasons. Firstly, because some people asked me to, because they needed help when it comes to using the hardware and the software like ShareFactoryStudio. And the second reason is because I know that sometimes when you want to get into content creation, you tend to think you need that big PC with high specs to actually make it happen. I just want to tell you, you don't need all those things. You just need to start, right? You define what kind of content you make, not the hardware. And if you found this video, informative and helpful, be sure to subscribe and drop a like. It's always appreciated. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you can get out there and make videos of your own with whatever hardware you have at your disposal. I'll see you around and stay healthy. Always stay healthy. Bye-bye.